Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to show you how I clean my brushes. Just a little quick disclaimer, these are my personal brushes. I don't have like a professional set, for clients or anything like that. So this is just how I clean my personal brushes. I have been doing it this way for many years, and I've had the same brushes mostly for quite some time. So this method that I use doesn't damage my brushes, so I just want to lay that out there. And so the cleaner that I use, it's a special cleaning agent that you can only get like in a faraway island that's only accessible by boat. And so you may not be able to get a hold of it, but I just want to introduce to you the cleaning product that I use, and it's very special to me. So it's my Palmolive antibacterial dish soap. Yes, so I only use dish soap for my brush cleaning, and I use the antibacterial because it really gets the makeup out of my brushes. Also has antibacterial, so it cleans them, it disinfects them, so that way when I use them again, they're nice and clean. And so I have quite a bit of brushes to clean, so I'm not going to make you watch all the brushes that I'm cleaning. I'm just going to show you a couple different ones that I clean a little bit differently, and then just basically how I dry them. So if you want to watch how I did it, then just keep watching. Alright guys, so the first thing I do is I get some running water that's just a little bit above cool. It's like a lukewarm temperature. And the first thing I'm going to do is show you how I clean the my Beauty Complexion Perfection Sponge, or if you have a beauty blender. This one's out the door because I've had it for like a year, and it's about falling apart, so I have a backup. But I just work the soap into the sponge like this and get all the makeup out, and then I run it under the water and I squeeze it, and I just keep repeating that until when I squeeze the water out it runs clear and then there's no soap. And then I put it on my drying towel, which I'll show you afterwards. So as you can see, I have a crap load of brushes I need to wash, and sometimes I get lazy and I don't have time to wash them, so that's why I have so many, so that way I don't continuously use dirty brushes. So I have backups, and that's pretty much what this is. I normally don't let it get this bad. But I'm going to show you how I wash one of the face brushes, and then how I do the eyeshadow brushes, and then I'll show y'all how I dry them, because I doubt you want to sit here and watch me wash all these. So here's a face brush. It's the powder brush. It's quite dirty, as you can see. And what I'll do is I'll put some soap in the palm of my hand, and I'll get the brush wet, and then I'll just kind of scrub it onto my hands and just work that into a lather. And then I'll do it the same thing under the water until the soap's gone. And then I just make sure that the water's running clear. And I kind of examine the brush. If it looks like it needs another washing through to get the makeup out, I'll do that. Normally I just need one time because I don't continuously use dirty brushes. I just use another brush, so there's usually not that much makeup on it. And then once I make sure all the soap's out, because some of these absorb the soap really well, so I have to really wash them out. But I squeeze out the excess water, and then I kind of fluff the brush back out, because when I want it to dry, or when it dries, I want it to keep its shape. And then I put it on the towel that I use to dry. And for the eyeshadow brushes, it's basically the same thing, but I have so many of them, and it's just such an annoyance to wash them individually. I'd be here all day. So what I'll do is I'll take 4 or 5 brushes at once, put some soap on my hand, take the brushes, make sure they're all together, and then I run them under the water, and then I just scrub them in my hand. And I just scrub, get everything out, make sure all the brushes are getting scrubbed, and then I run it under the water. Until it runs clear. And then I put them on my towel. And then this one has a double side, so I gotta wash the other side of it. It's the Urban Decay one that comes in the Naked palette. And just make sure I get everything off. And then the other brush, there's a couple in here that I have to wash individually, and it is the like the liner brushes that are really small. The one that I use for my eyebrows, because the product is harder to get off because it's like a cream gel type consistency, so I just have to just wash those by themselves. And I don't do the scrubbing with this because I don't want, it's very delicate, so I just kind of work the soap in to the brush and then I wash it. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to wash all these brushes. I know y'all don't want to sit here and watch me wash them. You probably just fall asleep. And then I'll show you how I dry them. Alright, the way that I dry my brushes is I don't have any fancy device or gadget that I have seen on YouTube and just online in general to dry my brushes. I just a basic person. I feel it's a waste of money. So what I do is I take a towel, I fold it in half, and then I roll up the back part to be able to prop up the brushes. So this is the rolled part right here, and then this is the rest of the towel. So I prop the brushes up on this roll, and what that does is it allows the brushes to dry, but it prevents the water from getting into the ferrule, which can loosen the glue and ruin your brush. So instead of just sitting it like this and the water sits there, or setting it up like this to dry and the water just seeps down, this is just the best way that I have found to keep that from happening without having to go buy some gadget to dry my brushes. This is as simple as it gets. And it's nothing special, but it works for me. And then what I'll do is I'm going to let these dry for a couple of hours. And then once they are a little bit more dry or drier, what I like to do is, because as you can see with the brushes, they are stuck together because they're wet. So what I'll do is in a couple of hours I'll come back and I'll take all the brushes that need to be reshaped and I just kind of dry them some more on the towel like this. And then as you can see, it puts the brush back in shape, so that way when it completely dries it's not all funky looking. Here's another one that does it. It looks all crazy, and I will just do that and see, it's all better. And but I normally just wait a couple of hours until they're a little bit more dry to do that. And that's pretty much it. So that's how I wash my brushes. I hope you guys found that this was helpful to you if you weren't sure how to clean your brushes before, or if you didn't even know that you should clean your brushes, because believe it or not, I have known people that were like, what? You wash your brushes? They were just going out and buying new ones, but it wasn't like the expensive ones or anything. So here it is, and I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. If you did like this video and thought it was helpful, give me a thumbs up. And then also, if you haven't subscribed yet, I would appreciate it if you did. And if you didn't, that's your choice too. But just go ahead and hit that button down there and get a subscription to my channel, which is free. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!